validate scope, process of monitoring and controlling process group of project scope management knowledge area, a process which takes verified deliverable as an input and tells us, gives us accepted deliverable. So that's the main use of this particular process. Now let us look at an input, tools and technique and process of a process which gives us accepted deliverable. Now we want to validate the work deliverable against the scope. So first we need to know the scope, and from where we get the scope, we have three inputs which helps us in identifying scope. The first is project management plan. Now this also tells us how should we doing the validation, but it also gives us scope baseline. And in the scope baseline we have scope statement, WBS and work breakdown structure. Requirement documentation, the documentation which we created based on the end customer need by doing various facilitation workshops, group thinking, brainstorming, mind mapping. So this document used as a reference for verifying have we delivered the thing which we have discussed or which we expected while talking about requirement documentation. And requirement traceability matrix, it helps us in mapping our requirement to a deliverable. So what is a scope is defined or coming out of these three inputs. Which particular deliverable I should verify? Do I have a deliverable, a verified deliverable which I can validate? I as a customer or sponsor can validate. This information comes from work performance data in form of work performance data. So as you are done with your execution of validations, the work performance data tells us, okay, these many deliverables are ready for validate. So we need this input to trigger our validate scope process for a given deliverable. Now we know what should be there. We know now it is ready. Now we need to look at that deliverable, and that is verified deliverable. Now, verified deliverable is coming from our quality control process. Like in an execution, we first create deliverable, project team works on it and verifies it that this deliverable as per project team's knowledge, skills and understanding is meeting with the requirements which customer has is expressed to us and meeting with the scope which we have baseline in our project management plan. So we take a validated deliverable as an input. So this is something, so this is a deliverable which we need to verify and say, is it working good or is it working bad as per our customer or sponsor. So how do we do that? With these three inputs, they trigger the process of validate scope. We perform inspection. So we select this deliverable, full deliverable or part of it depending upon our process mentioned in project management plan, scope management plan, and we apply those inspection technique. For example, if it's a software process, then we may pick all the acceptance criteria which we have documented in our scope management plan as a customer acceptance criteria or customer acceptance test cases, and we execute those inspection tools or inspection test cases on the given deliverable. While doing this, we also need a group level decision making. So first tool and technique for validate scope is inspection. The second tool and technique is group level decision making. Now we need to make various decisions like, can we accept this particular deliverable or do we need a variation? As an output of an inspection, maybe set of people interact and talk about the performance of deliverable against the scope or a requirement. Now with these two tools and technique, this group is making a decision Now, this group represents customer or your sponsor who has funded this particular project. They make a decision of either accepting the deliverable or rejecting in the form of change request. So these decisions generate two outputs. One is accepted deliverable and another is change request. If they find that something is not as per their expectation, they will generate the change request. Accepted deliverable are basis for our project closure. So at the end, all the deliverables should be accepted, then only we can move towards project closure. And we should not think that this process will get executed at the end of the project. It is always desired to take progressively acceptance of deliverables. So we have less risk and the communication becomes clear early in the project. Since it's a monitoring and control process group, it will generate work performance information. In general, it will tell a work performance information will tell that how many percentage of deliverables are accepted, how many percentage of deliverables are in process, etc., etc. How are we doing against our accepted plan? So work performance information is one of the output which is talking about the progress related to acceptance of or a validation of our scope. The fourth output is project document update. Now we may have few documents get updated here, and primarily the documents which are linked with requirements. The RTM may get updated here. We may have a status at RTM that these many requirement has been met, has been accepted. We may have another document where we keep a track of deliverables against who accepted it, when accepted it. That kind of document may also get updated. So in summary, a validate scope is a process which takes a scope and a quality verified, project team verified deliverables, and customer or a sponsor either accepts it or generate a change request against it.